Hi, in this video we are going to learn how to mount new EBS volume in Linux EC2. These are the steps we are going to follow to mount EBS volume into an EC2 instance. For this demo purpose, already I created one EC2 instance. Let me access that EC2 instance through putty. We need to use root permission to mount EBS volume. So I make it as root user. Now we are going to create new EBS volumes and attach it to existing EC2 instance. Create volume. Just make it as 2 GB for testing purpose. I need to check my EC2 instance is in same availability zone or not. Okay. My EC2 instance is in US East 2A. I'm going to create it in US East 2A. Okay. One volume has been created. In this demo, I'm going to create two EBS volumes and mount it to an EC2 instance for better understanding. Let me create another one with 3 GB size. Availability zone should be US East 2A. Create. This is my root volume. This is data volume 1, data volume 2. Let me attach the data 1 and data 2 into an EC2 instance. Actions, attach volume, choose instance, and device ID is SDB. Attach volume. Data volume 1 has been attached. Now I am going to attach data volume 2. Actions, attach volume, choose instance, I am choosing SDC, attach volume. Now both the volumes has been attached. Now let's see how to mount this EBS volume in Linux EC2. What's the next step? Next step is to list out the devices attached to an EC2 instance. We need to execute this command lsblk. I'm executing this command. It will show three devices totally. This is device 1 and this is my data volume 1 and data volume 2. Let's mount volume one by one. Next step is we need to check whether file system is there or not. Usually if you create a new EBS volume, that file system should not be there. If I can get the result like this data means, this means that there is no file system in this particular EBS volume. Let me check it in another EBS volume as well. Another EBS volume is NVMe2N1. Okay. Data volume 2 also doesn't have any file system. Now we need to create a file system. To create a file system, we need to execute this command. Make file system -t. XFS is a file system type, and I need to pass a device name. Here my first device is NVMe1N1. I need to add /dev as a prefix. Let me execute this command. Okay. Fully. File system has been created successfully in data volume 1. In the same way, before going to create a file system in data volume 2, let's check whether data volume is created or not. You can execute the command file-s to check whether file system has been created or not. If I check it here, see that file system has been created. XFS file system has been created for volume 1. Now I am going to create a file system for volume 2 as well. This is a command to create a new volume. Just I am going to edit the device name. 1N1 is the data volume 1 and 2N1 is the data volume 2. Okay, I created file system for data volume 2 as well. Let's check this. 2N1 file system has been created for data volume 2 as well. Now we need to mount these particular data volumes into our instance. What is the next step? We need to create a directory. To mount any EBS volume, we should pass a directory. Let me create a directory. mkdir data 1. Data 1 is for data volume 1. Okay. The same way, I am creating one more directory for data volume 2. Created in the root path. So I am just moving to root path and I just check whether folders has been created successfully or not. See, data 1 and data 2 has been created successfully. Now I am going to mount EBS volume against this specific path. This is the command. Execute this. Yes. Data volume 1 has been mounted successfully. Now I am going to mount data volume 2. Data volume 2 device name is NVMe2N1 and that folder I should mount is data 2. Okay. Both the data volumes has been mounted successfully. Now I need to verify LSBLK. Now if I check this, data volume 1 has been mounted on data 1 directory and NVMe2N1 the data volume 2 has been mounted on data 2 directory. If you go and access data 1, you can check. And these are the details. And final note is this kind of approach is only a temporary approach. Whenever you reboot your EC2 instance, that volume will be unmounted automatically. In our next video, we are going to explain how to mount an EBS volume permanently. Thanks for watching this video.